Welcome to the Siskiyou Family YMCA Gentle Yoga class. I'm Jamie, and this is Carolyn. We are going to start standing today. You will need a yoga mat, your water, and if you have a set of yoga blocks, I highly recommend using them. Okay, so we're starting here in Tadasana, mountain pose. So our feet are about hip distance apart, and sometimes, especially women, think that their hips are wider than they are. So make sure your your feet are right below your actual hip bones. And then if you can take the outside edges of your feet and bring them parallel so that you really engage your inner thighs. As you move up the body, have a nice soft bend in your knees. I like to call it buoyancy. And then as you rise up to your hips, take a very slight pelvic tilt. So as you come up the body, you've got bent knees and a slight pelvic tilt. That's going to make you squeeze your booty. And then from there, ribs, you're breathing deeply, filling the lungs front, sides, and back. And then you've got your heart lifted, not sticking out. The big thing here is collarbones wide, shoulders down. So all of that, and then we're lifting the head up. So we're grounded through the feet, and we're lifting up through the crown of the head. And if you still are breathing, yay. I know sometimes it takes you out of your comfort zone to be tall, and I don't want you to feel like a stiff robot, but just find some new muscle memory there, and then just relax, and then just come back to that as you remember. Let's rise up with a big breath in, and then exhale the hands right to the heart. If you're comfortable here, close your eyes. Or just a slightly downward gaze is fine. We like to tune in prior to yoga. It helps us to drop into our bodies. And find some breath. Notice your inhales and your exhales. And I want to go with the word playful as our theme today. I want you to be a little playful in your practice. And don't be serious today. Be a little playful. Find a little bit of fun in this practice today. So what does playful mean to you? If you go back to your childhood, what were some things that you loved to do as a kid? Bring those memories back in, and let's bring that energy into our practice today. What did you like to do as a kid, Carolyn? What's your playfulness?
Just running.
Running. Running, excellent. Okay. Mine's chasing chickens around the farm. I know. All right, running. We're both running. Gosh, it felt good to be a kid. Okay, so let's go with this nice positive energy, yeah? All right, deep breath in, rise up, open your eyes. Spread your fingers. Exhale. And we'll do that a couple of more times. I like to bend my knees and kind of get into it and start to add a little bit of a back bend at the top. And then exhale. When you're just starting out a yoga practice, or you're trying to go extra gentle because of injury or because your body is stiff, it just helps to be playful, right? Just think about something fun. There's no pressure here. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever it is. So just be in this moment. Going back to your playful childhood, hopefully it was playful. If it was traumatic, I'm sorry. Have a little bit of a imagination. What you wish it could have been. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale, hands come right into the heart. As you're here, widen the collarbones, pull your shoulder blades down, and see if you can find a little smile for your lips in your playfulness. Now we're going to play with our toes. So lift your toes up and then put them down. Lift them up, put them down. As you're doing that, keep going. I want you to see, am I still slightly tucking my tailbone? Am I still bending my knees a little bit? Are my collarbones wide? One more toe play. Put them down. Now, with your hands together at your heart as best you can, and this is not easy, we're going to push both hands and all your fingers together, the backs of your knuckles. You're going to feel your shoulder blades come onto your back a little stronger. Shoulders down. Keep breathing. Another thing that we do when it gets difficult is we hold our breath. So we want to train ourselves to keep breathing. One more here, deep breath. Exhale and shake that out. It's amazing how much energy that brings, right? For the next one, take your hands and just rub them together. Create some heat, some fire. Keep rubbing, keep rubbing. Are your toes all on the ground? Did it make you stop rubbing? You had to think. And then tuck your tailbone, knees bent. Heart is open. Are we creating a little heat? Take your hands, cup them, and put them around your eyes. Feel the energy through your fingers. Feel the warmth of your hands spreading to your face and your eyes. And release. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And we'll go one more time. Kind of lubricating through the shoulder girdle. And reverse. Pulling it around. And let's go one more. Good. Okay, very nice. Now, we're going to take the chin straight down to your ribs, your high ribs there. And then lift up to your sternum, the top of your sternum, lifting up. And lower down, chin to sternum. And then rise back up. Now, instead of thinking about the chin going down and up, I want you to think about your nose going all the way up, as high as it can go. Your nose this time, and down. And you're only going to the range of motion that your neck allows, not forcing, and bring that back down, all the way down. And then lift back up to neutral. Take your whole face, drawing a line straight across the horizon, your nose over to the left, and go as far as you can. Keep your shoulders down. And then bring that line around the front and over to your right. And then around. And then back. Very nice. And then back to the front. Using your nose, circle starting very small. And we're just going to spiral around and make it bigger and bigger as we go. Nice and slow. Trying to warm up through that neck till you're finally at a very full range of motion. And then as you're ready, go the opposite direction. And you can do one of two things. You can start small and go back to big, or you can stay at big and go back to small. At your own pace, finding your best range of motion, the atlas and the axis, the two top vertebrae that your skull sits on. Hold that right there. Widen your stance, heel toe apart, until you're comfortable, and bend your knees. I'm going to go with my outside edges of my feet parallel. If you feel more comfortable turned out, please feel free. And then just bending into your knees, rise up with your hands, reach. And then I want you to pull your elbows together and exhale down. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale down. Carolyn's going to go big. I'm going to go small. Inhale, reach. Exhale, small or big. And last time, reaching up. And exhale. Okay, we're going to try some sun salutations. So come to the top of your mat. Now, generally, the top of your mat is going to be towards us, depending on which way you have set your mat. When you're at home, generally watching this, or you're at the Y, you're watching a video, it's best if you place your mat like Carolyn, straight on, and if the instructor is to the side so you can see. And we're giving you both angles here. So whatever looks best. So I'm going to try and call it correctly so you don't have to look up very much, but sometimes I mess up. So here we go. Standing in Tadasana. Rise up, deep breath. Exhale, reach those arms all the way back down and around and bring them into your heart. And again, deep breath in, rising up. And exhale. Now, I want you to start getting a little more into it. Rise up, spread your fingers, bend your knees a little, Bring your hips forward, squeeze your butt. Exhale, arms down and around. Your movements are very thick, if you will. You're moving through mud, water, something that's thick. So you have to carry a little bit of weight through the movements. Exhale down. Hands into the heart. Deep breath in, rise up with those arms, reaching up, bending back a little. Exhale, arms come back into the heart, standing up nice and tall. Lift the crown of your head. Again, rise. Spread those fingers, squeeze your butt, lean back. Now this time, exhale and forward fold. Bend your knees generously. Use your blocks if you need to. I like for people to really bend their knees a lot on the first one, especially. Let your head be heavy. So it's very important that the crown of your head is down towards the floor and your neck is relaxed. It's heavy. You're not trying to hold your head up. If you do that, then you're kind of stressing your neck out. So if you feel stressed, you just stay up here and don't go as low. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, root down, and then rise to the top. Push into the floor to lift up. Exhale, hands right into the heart. And again, warming up that spine. Inhale, rise. Baby back bend. Exhale, sweep your arms like angel wings into your forward fold. And again, bend your knees as much as you need to. Let your head be heavy. We're stretching backs of legs, stretching hips, even bending your knees, you're stretching all these things. Inhale, root down to rise to the top, bending the knees as much as you need to. Exhale, those hands right to the heart. We're going to add on a half lift. Inhale, rise. Baby back bend. Exhale, sweeping forward into a forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale to a half lift. And what's a half lift? Well, you're lifting up, either hands at the shins, hands at the thighs. If you are into using the blocks, maybe your hands can go to the blocks. Maybe your hands can even reach to the floor. But the main thing here is that you pull the crown of your head away from your tailbone and your neck is long. So you're not trying to lift your chin or tuck it. It's just long and in a very natural curve. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to rise all the way up to the top. Reach those arms. Exhale the hands right to the heart. All right, we'll do that again and we'll go a little faster. If you need to go slower, then go slower, but we'll see if we can hook it all together now. Inhale, rise up, deep breath, angel wings, spreading those fingers, baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold, riding your breath all the way down to the forward fold. Inhale to a half lift of your choice. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up to the top. And exhale the hands to the heart, lifting up tall, Tadasana, mountain. It's a very strong, powerful posture. Deep breath in, rise. All the way up. Baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Give yourself a break if you need it. Grab yourself a drink if you need it. We're going to add on a chair. And so you will be holding the chair for a few breaths and make sure that you just let it go and come back up if you need to, right? Carolyn's going to show a harder version of the chair for those of you that want. She'll be deeper in her chair. I'm going to stay pretty light in my chair. All right, rising up, deep breath. Reach the sky, spread the fingers, baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold. These are modified sun salutations. Inhale to a half lift. Pull that sternum and heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, drop your booty down a little bit or a lot and reach the arms up. Now, for my easy chair, I'm going easy. I'm going to lift my palms up and barely bend my knees, but plugging my shoulders in. Carolyn's down pretty low and her arms are up high. That makes it much harder. Take a deep breath in there. Exhale, stand up to hands with heart. Ready? Rise up, deep breath. Reach. Beautiful movement, synchronized. Exhale with your breath. Riding the breath to forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Drop the hips for chair, Utkatasana. That is Sanskrit for chair. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Standing up tall. We'll do that sequence one more time and then we'll go to the ground. Rising up, deep breath. Beautiful movement. Use that beautiful body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Pull that heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, drop those hips, lift those arms to whatever degree feels good in your body today. Inhale deeply. Exhale, forward fold and step back to hands and knees. This is where I encourage you to use wedges underneath your wrists or a blanket under your knees if it's uncomfortable. We'll go for some cat-cows. Make sure your weight is evenly distributed underneath both palms, the four corners of your palms, the backs of each knuckle and your fingers. Take a deep breath in, drop your belly, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, pull your heart forward, and then exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, round your back. Inhale, rise up with your heart and your chin and your tailbone. Drop your belly. Exhale, tuck, round the back, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, and keep going. Deep breath in, lift up, rise up into cow. Exhale, under into cat, rounding your back. Two more. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, shoulders down. Exhale to cat. And last time, deep breath in, lift. Pull that heart forward. Exhale, tuck. Beautiful. Now have a seat in whatever seated comfortable seated position feels good for you. So hero's pose is not accessible to everyone, especially in gentle, because it puts a lot of pressure on the knees and it might not feel good in your body anywhere. So, but that is one option. Another option is to sit in Dandasana with your legs straight out in front of you. Or you could go into diamond, slightly relieves the hips a little. And if you have a blanket or a pillow, you can put that under your hips to bring your hips up a notch. Because a lot of people can't sit up straight yet. They're just not strong enough yet, or they need to train their muscles. And so they'll have a hard time and they'll be back here. So in that case, I really like to see people sit up either on a block or a blanket. It's easier to sit on a blanket when you're just starting out, but I'll just show you the difference. It helps you to come up a little bit. Now, if you want to sit cross-legged, that's another option. And this is another one where it helps to lift the hips up a little bit. Wherever you are in your seated, comfy position, that's a Sukhasana. It's going to be different for each and every one of us. Rise up with your arms, deep breath in, and exhale the hands right to the heart. And hold that for just a breath or two. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. No matter which seated position you are in, release those hands to the knees. If you're here, you can do this. If you're in Dandasana, here you can do it. We're going to do seated cat-cows this way. So we'll inhale, rise up the chest, and then we'll exhale back and round. And we'll inhale and lift. And exhale back and round. We're trying to get mobility through the spine. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Beautiful. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to go into Dandasana with the legs out in front. Rising up in a deep breath. And we're going to exhale to a forward fold. Now, if you are using blocks, this is a good time to put them out here in front. I'm sorry I didn't mention it, but you can put your blocks out here and just hang and hover here. You can hang and hover here. I know so many people who couldn't do a forward fold, but they started right here in a seated position and they just started coming out a little bit more each time. Wherever you are in your forward fold, breathe deeply, find space, take a deep breath in and rise back up. And then let's take the arms up again and then take it down one more time to a seated forward fold. Finding space between your vertebrae. So if you need to round the back a little bit, maybe it's already rounded. Bring yourself back up. And we're going to switch the legs if you had one foot in front last time. If you were sitting cross-legged, put the other leg in front this time. If you can remember which one that was, your body probably knows. It can probably tell the difference. Usually your body has a favorite side. We're going to do some side stretches now. So it is best if you can find a comfortable seated position where you have the ability to go side to side. But if you are having trouble, just do the best you can. Sometimes when we plant and we go side to side, the same thing can be obtained just by reaching up and not planting a hand if your comfortable seated position won't allow you to go side to side. So take a deep breath in wherever you are. Inhale. And then exhale. Plant your right hand down and lift your left arm up. And then let's switch. Just switch. We're going to flow side to side. Reach. So right now, I want you to focus more on getting the arm up into the ceiling. And then in a moment, we'll go into a deeper side stretch. So lift, open up the scapula. That's the shoulder blade on the back of your upper back. Arm reaching. One more time. Where'd that smile go? Okay, right hand down, left arm up. We get serious, don't we? All right, pushing into your right palm. Push down into your left hip bone and see if you can ground down pretty good. Sometimes I'll feel my hip adjust. Okay, take a nice deep breath in, lift up tall, and then exhale over. Now, you are welcome to go as deep as you like. It may be better to just stay here, but if you decide to go lower, you drop your elbow right below your shoulder, and that might mean you take your right fingertips out to the right a little deeper. You're welcome to stay wherever you like. Listen to your body. Can you spiral your rib cage open? And that doesn't mean you have to look up. If you can look up, maybe try looking up. I like to strengthen my neck, but my neck gets really tired. So I look up for a few breaths or maybe half a breath, and then I go back down. But I always keep the rib cage spiraled to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, switch. Plant your left hand, right arm up. Push into your left palm and ground down into that right hip bone. Reach up and over, and as you go, if you decide, ooh, I want to go deeper, slide those left fingertips out so that your left elbow lands right below your left shoulder for support. Spiral open that rib cage. No matter where your face goes, up or down, keep your rib cage open. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, rest that neck if you need to. One more deep breath, soften something, smile. Exhale, come up and bring those legs to a different seated position. This time, actually, let's take the legs into diamond, bottoms of the feet together. And we're going to twist this time. So inhale, deep breath. And then exhale, twist around to your right. And we'll just flow. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist to your left. Two more, and then we'll hold. Inhale, rise up. Smiling, playful we are. Rising up, deep breath. Exhale, twist around. We're running, chasing the chickens. Inhale, rise up. Exhale around. Now this time anchor if you can. Back arm helps you to sit tall. Front arm helps you to twist deeper if you like more heat on your move. Bring your right shoulder around as far as it will go. Drop your right shoulder. Drop your left shoulder. Bring your chin around to the right. Look up into your upper right eye socket. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, rise back up into the center. Inhale. And then exhale around. Plant your left hand behind you, right arm on the outside of that left knee. Drop both shoulders. Bend your elbows if you need to. Twist that left shoulder around. Take your chin around to the left. Look up into your uppermost eye socket to the left, upper. Inhale. Exhale, rise both arms up. Exhale, hands right to the heart. Now this is gentle, gentle yoga, so you may or may not want to try the next one. I want you just to watch first. Bring your feet flat on the floor. See if you can sit here. Hands around the knees, and you can just hang out here for a second. If you feel your shoulders and hands are strong enough, take your hands back here. Elbows bend a lot. What we don't want is for your shoulders to come up around your ears. You've got to keep the shoulders down and collarbones wide. It's like you're pulling down. Elbows bend. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Can you lower down a little lower? Keep your chin tucked. There we go. Deep breath. Exhale, lift up. Okay, and what I wanted to accomplish with that is to see where your shoulders are at, because that can be very difficult for the shoulders. Because eventually, not in gentle, gentle, but eventually one of the things we are going to want to try to do is to try to do a reverse tabletop one day. And this is a really good precursor to that move. It helps to open the shoulders and strengthen the hands and the wrists and the palms. All right. So we're just about ready for Shavasana. So let's go ahead and lie down on our backs and draw the knees into the chest. Now this is the time in class where I say keep your socks close by and your blanket, your sweatshirt. If you have a really nice controlled environment at your home, you may not need all those things. Take a deep breath in and just draw those knees into the chest as best you can. All we're going to do is set the feet on the ground and then allow both knees to swing over to the left. And then the arms will go to the right and the face goes to the right. And we take some deep breaths in and out. And your body is going to try to protect you, and it's probably not going to let you relax all the way. So that's where the breath comes in, and that's where the beauty of yoga comes in, and that playful attitude that, I have the agency and the power to kind of override these old habits of holding back, and I can let go a little bit, unless it's painful. Of course, we want mild to moderate discomfort to be the top of our pain threshold, not, ow, it hurts, right? So back off if it's too much. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring those knees up and over to the other side. And just gently windshield wiper them over to the right and bring your arms and your face to the left. And let your body be heavy into the floor. Let the weight of your body be received by the floor. Just like when you were a kid, not a care in the world, playful. Just being heavy, letting the earth support you. Trying to not fight it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And then take a nice deep, deep breath in again. And as you exhale, rise the knees back to the center, feet flat on the floor. And we'll take our Shavasana now. Extend your legs all the way down. And if that's not comfortable on your back, you bend the knees and knock the knees together, if that's better for your back. Find Shavasana arms, which can be whatever feels good for you. Maybe you go to those cactus arms, or maybe you go to T or snow angel. Maybe you're comfortable with your hands on your belly. And now you just find some breath. Stay with your eyes closed in the most comfortable Shavasana to seal the practice. And I'll just call some things out to you while you're lying there in your Shavasana. Soften between your eyebrows. Notice your breath, fill the lungs. Allow the ribs to really open. And as you exhale, allow that nice pushing sensation to get all that breath out. For one more breath, just like that. Inhale, fill the lungs all the way. Exhale, push all the air out. And now just relax with your breath. No forced inhale or forced exhale, just breathe like you breathe. Notice your toes, your feet, your ankles, your shins and your calves and your thighs, and your hips. Your stomach, your rib cage, your back, your shoulders, your arms and your fingers, your neck, your chin, your face, the back of your head, your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Take one more playful breath in and a playful breath out. And we'll leave you right there in Shavasana. Just stay there as long as you like. Thank you for practicing with us today. And we'll see you at the next gentle yoga practice. Namaste. Thank you.